It's time to see the papers now, the headlines jostling for attention on all the Nigerian dailies this morning. We'll begin with the Nigerian Tribune. ISWAP behind Owo Church massacre. That's the position of the federal government. Afenifere visits Owo, commends Akeredolu on Motekun. And no going back on anti-open grazing law. Akeredolu is saying this. We are vindicated by federal government's confession. That's all of that on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. Let's go to Daily Trust. ISWAP behind Ondo Church attack. Security Council says. This is what it's on the front page of the Daily Trust. And let's go. This Nigeria is next. Our church attack. Federal government says ISWAP did it. Bandits kill another 6 in Ondo, and security zeroing on culprits. As the IGP of police is saying this, or the Inspector General of Police, this Nigeria. All right, Daily Times is on the same issue. ISWAP behind our church attack. National Security Council reveals on this one. That's the Daily Times. Now let's go to the Nation newspaper. Buhari rallies governors for Tinubu ahead 2023 election. And primary most competitive, says the president in a letter to candidate. And Bagudu Abdurazak, Ganduje Masari, others visit the Jagaban. All that on the front page of the Nation newspaper, right? Then let's go to the First News. First News says 2023, Atiku, Tinubu, others intensify search for VP candidates, right? That's the next hurdle all the candidates will have to face. Atiku, Tinubu, others intensify search for VP candidates. Daily Sun is next now, and he says, tension in APC PDP over Tinubu Atiku's running mates. Khan warns against Muslim ticket in ruling party, threatens legal option. Party zeroes in on Lalong, boss Mustafa Dogara. Opposition party in dilemma whether to pick from southeast or the south-south, right? These are some of the issues, certainly, and we'll certainly have the time to talk about all of these as we get along. Leadership newspaper, search for running mates. APC targets North's block votes. PDP rules out Southwest. Okay, all that is ongoing on the leadership newspaper. Good. The Blueprint is next as INEC set June 17 deadline on running mate National Assembly. APC Northern Governors meet Tinubu Muslim ticket. Okay. That's the twist to it there. That's on the Blueprint newspaper. Then the Vanguard is next. Vanguard says the VP slot options hurdles as Tinubu meets APC governors. National Working Committee. All right. Lalong Dogara, SGF for possible consideration. We're together. We'll deliver you as President, Adamu assures, and Muslim tickets, no-go area. Babachir Lawal is saying this. All right, all that on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. The Punch is next. Atiku's running mate, PDP raises panel as Wike Okowa lobby for VP slots. Atiku meets ex-governors, governors, National Working Committee, and BOT members intensify search for VP. Submit presidential governor candidates' names and running mates. INEC tells parties, okay, and they have now between before 17th of June to do all of that. That's the Punch. Nigeria News Direct. 2023 presidential election. Atiku Tinubu unveil 4-year economic agenda for Nigeria. That's the News Direct. Business Day says Atiku Tinubu unveil economic agendas. Okay, that's what the Business Day has. The Guardian newspaper says politicians crowd out private businesses from forex market. Okay, party primaries set new exchange rate ceilings. BDC operators run out of supply as politicians warehouse dollars. A fear of higher political risk spreads across markets. And, well, it tells you that the dollar rain and the dollar tsunamis we were talking about is having great impact on the forex market. National economy, businesses struggle for survival over surging diesel prices. That's what the national economy has. Okay, well, we've seen all the papers. I believe part of the stories that a lot of Nigerians will be interested in, the intrigues around what will go into selecting the next VP for all the candidates, especially for the APC and the PDP. There seem to be another level of hurdle right now that each of them will have to face.
And it's a race against time. Exactly a week from now, INEC insists there will be no shift. June the 17th, names of all candidates, including the vice presidential candidates, are to be submitted. It's understandable the next phase of hard work or activities for both parties, and of course not excluding the other parties. Of course, there are so many options out there. The lines, ethnic, religious lines are of course to be considered. Muslim tickets, more and more people are ruling that out. CAN is even threatening a legal action there. Well, it waits to be seen. It needs to be seen how they will, bury all their personal ambitions and look for the greater good of all, especially the party.
Oh, all right. Well.
The issue of Muslim ticket or Muslim Christian ticket will be resolved in about a week, probably less than a week. The PDP is not having problem with that because they have a northern man as their presidential candidate in Atiku Abubakar, and their own dilemma is whether to pick from the southeast or pick from the south-south. The problem with the PDP picking from the southeast is that the southeasterners are saying we don't want to play second fiddle to anybody. They have been saying it from day one, but will they really accept the second fiddle position? That is yet to be seen. The governor of Abia State was here to say that it's about horse trading and that you cannot be rigid about these things. But then if you pick from the south-south is not as integrated as many people think. If you pick from Delta, it doesn't mean that you have actually assuaged people from rivers.
Exactly.
Or you pick from Akwa Ibom, doesn't mean that you have actually satisfied people from Bayelsa. And so on. So you also have Do there, and you have Cross River. And you have all of these things going on. But it is tokenism, as you see, it is symbolic. They say, okay, we're giving you a region. And it depends on who they pick. And the idea of vice presidential ticket can be symbolic, but it's also about the personality. Who is this person? When Abiola picked Kingibe was a man of heft at that time in the SDP equation and the political equation. So when APC is in this positions whether to pick a Muslim in the north or a Christian in the north, well, if you pick a Muslim in the north, there's a sense that if you pick a Muslim in the north, the people who will fight you are probably from south-south and southeast, and the APC might think that, well, those are not our strong areas. Our strong areas are in the north, and if we pick a Muslim, those people in the southeast and the south-south are not going to vote for us anyway. So why don't we just pick from the north, a Muslim, who will get the votes,
the numbers.
And then in the southwest, it's not a problem whether you pick a Muslim or you pick a Christian. The southwest is not bothered because southwest is irreligious when it comes to political
and moreover,
decisions.
The president is coming from, or the presidential slot is coming from them. So
the presidential slot is coming from them. So there's really no problem about that. So it's a big problem for
the APC
because
more.
if you're picking from the north, if you pick a Christian from the north, it's still seen as as a minority. Whether it's the SGF, whether it's Dogara, it's seen as a kind of
level of acceptability.
Yes, but you are satisfying. That's why I made the point yesterday. Do you want to do the proper thing and lose, or you do the controversial thing and win?
Well, I see a lot of...
It had not to crack.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one.
It's still all about taking risks.
Yes. Recall we were analyzing this issue. We said the northern governors, the APC northern governors were smart. Because as much as it is almost a given that, okay, APC is going to, this thing is going to, this slot is going to go into the south. But they're coming together to say, to be emphatic and say, let us give this thing to the south, was a way of positioning themselves for that VP so that they determine, you know, that VP slot. And you can't take it away from them because that statement they came out to make tend to tilt everything, bring a resolution, let me put it that way, to that, you know, seeming controversy here and there.
They also have the issue of the NNPP to deal with.
Yes.
Because NNPP is Kwakwanso's party, and Kwakwanso is a Muslim. And that itself makes it look like you have two Muslims on top of the ticket
APC
in the north. And I know that in the northwest and northeast you have a huge trove of voters. So they have to really decide, how do you counter a Kwakwanso? A Kwakwanso is a kind of a diluted version of Aminu Kano. You know, he has following, but it's not ideological. It's not ideological. It's not a Talakawa politician in the sense of, but there's an emotional, sentimental power to his presence, especially in that Kano, Jigawa, Kaduna axis. Okay. So and that itself pulls a lot of votes, especially Kano. So you have to get something that the Talakawa will have to chew about it. But if you bring somebody who say, well, it's part of us, but it's not part of us. It creates an ambivalence among the voters. It is a very difficult decision to take. But if you want to take a decision about your vice president, you have to be bold rather than to be proper.
And that's really a difficult position to be in.
You have to be bold.
Yes.
It's a decision that has to be audacious. Do you want to win or do you want to be nice?
All right. Of course, everyone wants to win. Everyone
exactly.